Applause. Here's Mitchell O behind the defense, and Caitlin Clark can't do you any harm. She looks superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to face some grown women who have been playing professional basketball for a long time, saying that it won't translate because when you're good at what you do, you just get better. However, there will be a transition period where you'll have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And it might take a little while longer for some people off the screen. Find some space and deliver. It's a triple for Caitlin Clark. After breaking yet another league record, Caitlin Clark forced Diana Taurasi to retract her remarks. Fever's triumph over Mercury in Indiana. It was clear that Caitlin wanted to make a statement. And what better way to do so than to make fun of one of the game's legends? Clark may not have contributed to the USA's defense of their Olympic gold, but the rookie superstar simply silenced her. In today's video, we'll be sharing with you Diana Taurasi's first ever speechless performance against Mercury. In the franchise's history, Caitlin defeated Mercury 3 times in a regular season, and Indiana won the season series. You'll see why Caitlin's rookie season will forever alter the WNBA. She is vying for both Rookie of the Year and MVP, which is due to the fact that she not only led Indiana, she had a fever throughout the win over Mercury, but she also controlled the rest of the match. In addition to breaking Taurasi's record most assists in a single game, Caitlin now leads Taurasi by 3-0 and has scored or assisted the most points in a 2-game span in WNBA history. Over the last 2 games, Clark has scored or contributed to an incredible 62% of her team's points, and Caitlin's dominance of the game made Taurasi look even worse. In the first half of the Mercury game, Caitlin was absolutely dominant, scoring 16 points on 55.6% shooting, including 3 baskets, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. This rookie is making history. The first player in WNBA history to record 450 points and 200 assists was Caitlin Clark. Caitlin finished the game with 29 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists on 50% shooting from the field in all of league history. Only 5 other players have accomplished that feat in any other year of the career. However, what's really impressive about her performance is how she controlled the game and exploited the Mercury defense play after play. Her amazing vision allowed her teammates to score easy baskets, and you see why she's such a joy to watch. Caitlin's playmaking skills will lull you to sleep, but that's when she starts to show off her spectacular drives to the basket and deep threes. The Mercury defense was completely overpowered and unsure of what to do. They play her close and deprive her of over 3. If they did, that Caitlin would have just found a teammate to cut to the hoop, or would have had someone put up a screen for her to attack the rim. If they didn't press up, she would have her trademark 3 ball, which has started to make its way into the WNBA. You bet other teams don't want to come up against Fever. Her incredible court vision practically guarantees an easy layup if her teammates run with her. She not only broke a record in the WNBA, but she also accomplished something that only 2 other bus players in history have done. Only 3 rookies in the history of the NBA and WNBA have ever consistently scored 29 points, grabbed 5 rebounds, and dished out 10 assists on 70% true shooting percentage. That's Caitlin Clark, who has done it twice. Steph Curry, and none other than Michael Jordan also twice. You bet Diana Taurasi wishes she could take that back, but she never gave Caitlin Clark, one of the best WNBA players of all time, a chance. Although Taurasi has earned the right to criticize and talk trash, Caitlin Clark's skill on the court has made her the face of the WNBA. Despite all of the negative talk, she hasn't been able to defeat Caitlin, and in their matchup, when the Fever met, Taurasi's Mercury was, for the second time, and in case you forgot, King was only 1 rebound away from a triple-double. The last time they faced each other, the very next game, she naturally made sure to become the youngest player ever to achieve a triple-double against Mercury. Arya and Catlin. It appears that Boston became the first two players in Fever history to record a 20-point double in a single game. Even though Catlin felt that not breaking the record against Taurasi left her with a bad taste in her mouth, she went on to break the franchise record with 7 assists in the first quarter. But that wasn't her only accomplishment. She currently holds the records for most assists in a quarter and assists in a single game, you could say. Since she wasn't called to the Olympics, Caitlin Clark received her clap back in style. Diana Taurasi, on the other hand, didn't have much time to recuperate after returning from the Paris Games, so she seemed to be struggling to get back into a groove. She finished with a decent 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 turnovers in the game. She was even more irritated when early in the game she received a technical foul during an argument with referees regarding a call against Brittany Grinder. Taurasi could potentially face suspension after one more technical foul. You know the rules. A player will automatically miss one game if they receive 7 technical fouls in one season. It seems like Catlin was always on Taz's mind. Throughout their second fight, Taurasi was also complaining to the referees nonstop, yet Catlin still managed to fry her. Taurasi was so obviously irritated throughout the game that she screamed at the officials to assist her team. We can only imagine how much worse it would have been for her if Catlin had crossed her, or if she had been a target of deep threes. Taurasi tried her hardest to involve the referees in their second face-off, but she was unable to stop Catlin and her squad in the same style. After the third game, Clark found great satisfaction in the victory, especially considering the Mercury team's social media. The alarming thing is that she hasn't even reached her full potential. Most rookies have a slow start and hit the rookie wall of poor performances halfway through the season. And Catlin did so fairly early because she didn't take many breaks between her time in college and the WNBA, which is what veterans like Diana Taurasi have said. As you can imagine, there are learning and adjustment processes from kindergarten to first grade and from high school to college. I don't believe I said anything that wasn't factually correct, and she should have known better. The new fans are extremely sensitive these days, so you can't say anything. The Olympic break has been a welcomed break for CIT and Clark, as it allowed her to give her body and mind a break. She appears to be returning from the holiday with renewed energy and attitude. Guess who holds the single-season WNBA a rookie record now, with a 1,115 record going into Friday's game. The Indiana Fever was also in 7th position overall in the WNBA rankings, despite a few missteps due to the high turnover rates, difficulty adjusting to schedule, and stronger defenses. I feel like I've grown so much, and I'm really proud of myself because I felt like those first 11 games in 20 days were like really difficult for myself because I expect so much of myself, and I wanted to be so good, not only for my teammates, and we're all trying to figure it out. And everybody expected us to be great, and then you're 1-8, and everybody's frustrated, and we're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? But Catlin is a game changer who has also fulfilled her end of the bargain. Because of Catlin's explosive play, the WNBA is receiving more attention than it has in the past. Not only has she been helping her team be for the playoff spot, but she's doing so by putting together one of the most amazing rookie seasons of all time, all the while dealing with a hate and criticism that has continually been hurled her way. Call it Catlin's world, and we're living in it, but the sky is the limit.